Okay, here we go. Start at the beginning, start slow, and work my way up. So I'm putting a piece of chalk here, right on the diamond, just to give me something to shoot at straight. We're just going to do straight up and down the table to start with. What time it is right now? 9:44. I've got the head spot marked right there. There's a tiny little spot. Oh, boy. Well, that's typical for a right-hander, and typical what I've been seeing is coming to the right. When I'm down on this, I've got a piece of chalk over that. I'm lining that up, and I'm checking to see that my shaft is straight over the nameplate right here. So it's getting your body, your vision center, everything lined up. And then you need to hit the cue ball in the center. Yeah, see, I'm not over the nameplate. Okay, there we go. So that's better. And then I forgot something I want to do. Because you can review, I can review this video because I could play it back later, but I can't review it while I'm practicing. So I'm going to put the camera, I'm putting my cell phone on the tripod and pointing it down the center of the table. So I can play that back and see what it looks like. I know it doesn't feel good yet. Okay, yeah, see, now I got into the shot a lot better there. The other thing I'm doing is making sure that I get my cue stick down. It shouldn't be more than one piece of chalk higher than the rail. That's your elbow, up vertical elbow position. I haven't hit the Q-tip yet. I'm going to try one more and I'm going to look at the video. There we go. That's much better. Question is, does it look straight? Let's find out. The camera is pointed straight down the table, so I'm looking at head, shoulder, and elbow. So the elbow looks good, aligned with vision center, but the shoulder is out a little bit, and I felt like I was good. I also want to look at my right foot. So watch me get into the shot. Probably good. Ooh, that's no good. Yeah. Okay. So, do it again. And I was talking to somebody else about this. I'm going to zoom in. on my video that I'm recording here. Cue ball in the center of the frame. Tilt it up. Okay, so that should be pretty good. Do that a couple more times and look at the video again. This is a harder issue. I think it's harder for tall people because my shoulders are wider. When I'm getting on the shot, I got to make sure that I get that shoulder up and back. Yeah. So the cue ball came back to the right, which is common for a right-hander. And I could feel that it didn't pull back straight. Closer, still to the right. This is probably going to be boring for most of you, but some people might like it. I don't care. I'm just... There we go. Now I'm going to watch that video back on my cell phone and see what I see. So just to give you guys an idea of what I do. So I zoom the camera in closer so I can take a look at things a little bit better. Now, the camera's not coming straight down the cue. See that? It's off to the side. That's the camera angle I need to adjust. Head position looks like it's not quite straight down the line. This is what I mean when things deteriorate. If you don't pay attention over a few days or a couple weeks, it can deteriorate and you're back to your old habits, which aren't. So it looks like my head isn't straight down the line either. I'm going to do a little more. Do it again. Let me try and get the camera position centered a little bit better. The camera wasn't looking straight down my cue. It was off to the side. Okay, there. This is probably better. Okay. Do it again. Off to the right. Also want to look and see if your shaft went over the spot straight. Look at how far to the right it went. Feels like looks like my tip is going straight over the spot. That's a lot better. It's off to the right. See how easy it is? You can't just do something once and think you got it. You do it wrong 7 times and then get it right once. You haven't learned anything yet. You need to do it right 7 times and wrong 0 times. And the other thing I thought about doing today is marking my bridge length. So I'm marking 8 inches. For me, I'm not going to go into it, but for me, that's the maximum bridge length I ever want to have. Most shots will be shorter than that. So this gives me a tactile indication of where I'm at there. I know most people talk about 12 inches for bridge lengths, but they're playing 9-ball. So I want to get the joint where my Q-tip, where my shaft touches my finger, needs to be right there. Can't be back here. Yep, still to the right. And then, hey, this is pretty interesting. When I'm down on the shot, I can see the rectangle of the perimeter light right on the center of the cue ball. That's pretty cool. So it's kind of an aiming aid too. It helps you find the center of the cue ball potentially. That's a good one. So I want to look at those real quick in the video camera. Ooh. I'm not even playing the video. I just want to look at the camera. So, I mean, I'm so big that often my right shoulder is going to peek out past my head. Sometimes it doesn't. But if it does a little bit, that's okay. I see that in a lot of the pros. My camera still isn't centered, so I'm not getting a real good indication of how straight everything's lined up. I want to make sure my elbow's in the right position. It's very close if it's not. Yeah. So let me try again to make sure this camera is pointed straight. There's 3 axes of, when you're setting up your cell phone camera to record yourself, there's 3 axes of rotation. Think about a plane flying. It has to be level. There's level, yaw, and roll. I think that's right. Level, yaw, and roll. X, Y, and Z. You've got to get them all straight when you're setting up your camera. If you want to get it, if you want to get a true indication. So I'm putting my cue in the center of the table, and then I'm looking down where my cell phone is set up to make sure that that line is going through the lens of the camera. Then I make sure that it's square to the front edge of the pool table and that it's level. You got to do it's X, Y, and Z. You got to do all 3 if you want to get good feedback from your video camera. Okay. So all these things should happen unconsciously when you're playing, but the only way that happens, if you do it consciously, diligently, many repetitions and during practice, and not just one day. This is minimum once a week I should do this. I will be doing this, and everything else you see today. The hair to the right. And I won't tell you the full, I'm not going to tell you the full anecdote, but This is the simplest shot. There's a dozen more shots for straight stroke drill. This is the easiest and simplest one. Steve Davis used to practice this for 2 hours a day, every day. Well, that tells you how important it is, or it should. Nope, went to the right. You're looking at eye patterns when you do this too. Where your eyes are looking are an integral part of your entire shot process. And I'm going to do one more with a little more speed, and then I'm going to go watch the video. That went to the right. See how that went to the right? All I did was add just a little bit more speed, and it broke down. That's how easily it happens. And that's just a little bit more speed. We're going to get a lot more speed going later. Okay. Take the video. Okay. Yeah, and just I'll turn this selfie camera on again. I don't know if anyone cares about this, but it doesn't matter. So that's just a still of the video. So I know my bridge hand is in the right place. I'm looking at vision center, shoulder, and elbow. As I said, my shoulder sticks out a hair past the edge of my face, my head. But the shoulder is wide. The shoulder is like 8 inches wide. So close to the center of the shoulder is behind the elbow and right over the cue. So that's what we're looking for. You can't shoot straight if you don't do that. Well, you can, but it's way, way, way harder. Okay, so let me watch the video and see what happened. Yeah, okay. So on my warm-up strokes, I'm going to exaggerate, my cue is going back like this. And that's typical for a right-hander around your body like this. Left-hander does that. And it's got to go straight back, not behind your body. So we're not there yet. This camera's lined up. Oh, you know what? This camera is directly over the center of the table, so I just got to put my cell phone camera right under it, and then I got it. Okay. Okay. Nope. That one went to the left, though. So I like the fact that something different is happening. That's unusual for a right-hander for it to go left. That's about perfect. And the hand finishes right at the chest. So, yep. Once again, I added a touch more speed, went to the right. Pool is a game of great precision if you want to play at a higher level, especially. And if you don't have the patience for that, just take a beanbag toss or something. No, to the right. Oh, yes. My tips, looks like it's straight over that spot. Might mark it a little bit bigger. Oh, wow. Way left, and that was, you can't overcorrect. It's got to be automatic. When you're lined up, it should just go that way. If you're trying to control it, because you can't exert that control every single time you shoot a shot. The alignment has to let it happen automatically. Oh, just a hair to the right. Ugh. It's all about feeling the backstroke. You got to feel the backstroke go straight. You don't want any type of control trying to be exerted as you follow through. It's just got to go straight automatically. It has to be in the same position every shot. It's not like you don't want to be rehearsing it on every shot. It's got to be automatic. That's what we're looking for. Let me look at the video real quick. I need to do some more. I thought I hit record. I didn't hit record. All right. No, maybe I did hit record. Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh. Wow, really? I, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not aligned. No wonder I have trouble. I've been having trouble lately. Okay. You can get the cue ball to come straight back and hit your tip shooting crooked. I'll demonstrate. Watch how straight my stroke is. Watch this. See that? The fact that the cue ball comes straight back, that's only it's not a reliable indication that you stroke straight through the ball. Because you can stroke crooked as long as your timing is right. That's what timing is. As long as your Q-tip hits the cue ball when it's straight, then it'll come back straight. But that doesn't mean you stroked straight. You've got to feel it. You've got to see it go over this nameplate. You've got to see your tip go in the center of the cue ball and at that chalk and freeze. And when you're done, you look at it and make sure it's still straight. So I'm talking about my shoulder peeking out a little bit, and I don't know if it still is or not, but I'm making a better effort. There's 3 axes of rotation on your shoulder, down, left, right, and like this, just like the camera. So when I get on my shot, it's this way, and this way. And I'm not doing it well enough. That's why I'm not getting in alignment. So that's what I'm paying attention to at this moment. And now I can see that my bridge is at least an inch behind that tape. See how everything deteriorates? You've got to get it rehearsed so it happens automatically, correctly every time. See how much easier that is at speed when everything's, and I'm talking about changes here that you can't see on the camera. I forgot my selfie. I'm talking about changes here that you probably can't even detect looking on the video. Yep, and then I get overconfident and cocky and it went to the right. And I can feel when the backstroke is coming back straight without effort. That's what you're looking for. Wow, hair to the left. I want to get one more straight. Yikes. Wow. Look at that video and see what I think. I like my cue. My cue's coming under the vision center. And I'm watching how straight the cue comes back. And it's not all that straight. Which is why I'm having trouble. Oh God, it's coming back to the right. I mean, to the inside. Jeez, no wonder I can't do it, not getting it consistently. I bet this is boring everyone. Probably nobody watching. I'm not going to do this all day. There's more coming up, more drills, different drills. Okay. Ooh, that helps a lot. The tip and the shaft are still in the center on the follow through, so that's good. So I'm probably I think I'm getting lazy with my foot position. I'm probably getting too close to the right. It's got to be inside the cue. Got to be. Yeah. Oh, that's the left. That's good though, because I'm seeing the center of the cue ball now. And by the way, what I'm doing right now is what Tanner Pruis teaches, which is, there ain't nothing wrong with it, I'll tell you that. Cue on the table first, and then you step into it. I was doing that for a while. Maybe I should do that again. Maybe I should change my shot entry. Well, that feels better all around. So I talk about shoulder rotation. If your right foot comes down on this side of the line, then you're having to do things. It just doesn't work. And that's why getting your foot inside the line, that gets your body able to come down in the right position. Okay. Okay, the cue ball hit my Q-tip. That was more speed, and it didn't come back straight, but better than the other times I added speed. I don't like my foot. My foot's got to come back a little bit. Just a little though. That's left. And that was a rushed backstroke, so that's making it go offline. Wow. Wow. Jeez. Man, disappointing. You can tell one thing I'm not doing is getting my same thing, not getting my left foot out far enough either. So I'm not coming down balanced. There we go. A little better. I want to look at those. I should check the chat, see if anyone has anything to say. You can, at least on the Android, when you're playing back the video, you can hold onto the film strip and control the playback. So it's like slow motion and you can just stop wherever you want. So I can have my cue stick going back and forth, just to see how straight it goes. It's not terrible. It's not great. I'm gonna look at the chat, see if anyone has anything to say. Nope. People are probably bored to tears. I'll start doing some more. I'm gonna start doing something different in a minute. If I'm here behind it, my shot entry is gonna have to go like this. And that's what I'm talking about. No, I went to the right. See? Nope, to the right. Yeah. See, then I thought that was the minutest correction, and I went way left. So it's not feeling natural yet. That's a good one. Like I'm doing everything exactly the same. All right. Oh boy. No wonder I'm not confident in my longer shot making and stuff. Or haven't been lately. Yeah. Well, it's not. I'm not getting any side spin on the ball, but I'm not hitting it straight. Straight. Better. Huh. Okay. I don't get it. Am I even hitting the correct spot on the? Am I hitting the chalk? My Q-tip is finishing straight, as far as I can tell. What in the world? I was just, that time I wasn't even looking at the cue ball. I'm looking at the nameplate to see how straight my shaft is coming back. It's not impressive. I don't know. I did a couple in a row earlier, but now it's not happening. Oh boy, it's got to feel natural, or it's just too much work. It's not. I'm not. Just not feeling it right now. Yeah, I saw that. Massive right. Okay, so that's not working. Okay. Okay. Nope. Man, thought I had it there. Did a couple in a row that were good, and it felt good. And then couldn't repeat it. I'm going to set up my cell phone camera again. I want to look at it again because I'm doing a couple things just a tiny bit different. That felt good. It felt like it was the right thing to do. Let me look at it on video and see what it looks like. It certainly felt more comfortable, more natural, not forced. To the right. Why does it go straight a couple times and then it goes to the right? I feel like I'm doing absolutely everything exactly the same. That cue ball hit to the left of the thing, of the chalk. A little bit of laziness and you get that. Okay. Can't. You notice I went to a closed bridge because I felt like the open bridge was letting my Q-tip wander too much, which sucks because I shoot open bridge a lot. Oh my God. How did that happen? When I shoot with the closed bridge at 8 inches, I can't see the cue ball. If I do this bridge, I have to do this bridge to even be able to see where my tip is hitting the cue ball. And that's why I don't like it. But it holds the tip in position better. So that's my imagination. I don't have to use a closed bridge to hold the Q-tip in position. Yeah, I've seen Judd Trump and Ronnie O'Sullivan draw the cue ball 5 rails on a 12-foot snooker table with an open bridge. So it's so easy for it to come back to the right for a right-hander if you're not diligent. Okay, I'd like to do that every time, please. No, see? You left-handers are going to see it come back to the right. For the right-hander, it comes back to the right more often than not, if you're not hitting it correctly. I tell you what, though, because of this practice, I'm getting down. As soon as my bridge end's down, the shaft is over the center of the nameplate and the tip is on the center of the cue ball. And when I first started this morning, I was not achieving that. Now it's coming down on the center without having to look. Okay. I need to move on because I'm getting bored myself. Yeah. One more. And then I'm going to go full speed. Okay. So now I'm going to get out of the way. And I want the cue ball to hit the center diamond, center diamond, center diamond, and base straight back. That ain't bad. Not perfectly straight, but it's not bad. No side English on it. That had right English. Okay. No, same thing. Okay. That's 3 in a row with right spin. And I think the cue ball's hitting to the left of the spot too. Why is that? Thought I had it. Yeah, still to the right. Okay, okay. I'm gonna try that. To the right. It looked like I hit the chalk mark good. But it's still going to the right. Right on the money there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So let's get that. Let me get that on video. I forgot I was recording here. And that came a hair left. A little excited. Nice. Third rail finished a little to the left of the spot, but I'm not complaining. That's way better. One more. Yeah. Well, not perfect, but better. I'll look at that video. That's the one I just recorded. The video's stopping. Why does my... Oh, yeah. Now I see a difference when I look at the camera. Okay, I stroked. Wait a minute. Big elbow drop. I felt like I'm not dropping my elbow, but it's coming down this much, and I'm exaggerating, but it's moving. My elbow's dropping some, and it's going out. I'm exaggerating. It's just going out a little bit, not that much, but it's doing that, and that makes you not go through straight. So I think I'm lining up to the shot pretty well and stuff like that, but that elbow has got to stop it. I like watching Shane Van Boening for this reason, especially on most of his shots where he's not doing a power stroke. He keeps his elbow up high all the way through. Oh, I don't have enough storage space, so I got to delete some videos here. I got to clean up my memory on my phone. It's not letting me record very long videos because I don't have a lot of space. I got to fix that. But yeah, watch Shane shoot and ignore the game that he's playing, the shots that he's playing, etc. I can't. Still telling me I don't have enough memory. Come on, work for me here. I'm getting somewhere. Slide the camera over to the center. Dang, phone's not recording. Keeps giving me a memory error. I gotta fix that, but I don't want to stop practicing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if you're not sure if you're keeping your elbow up high, the indication is you need your tip to finish on the cloth. Down, down, tip on the cloth. If that happens, your elbow is probably staying up. So now I'm glad I've done this because that might be the biggest factor in look at how much easier it is to stroke straight when you keep your elbow up and finish with the Q-tip on the table. That's what I've been missing. Yeah, and then it goes to the right. I'm not sure how well I kept my elbow up, though. Yeah. This is the difference. All right. I got to stop because I'm getting a divot in my center spot. Yeah. Look how much straighter it goes when you keep your elbow up. Let's do 3 rails. Yeah, I went to the right. soon as you add that power, there, closer. All right. This is some of the, I don't know if I got any scraps from this powder blue cloth. I'm not sure if I did. Let me make one here. This is from my old cloth, which was Tournament Blue 860 HR. But I need to be shooting off of a patch because I'm starting to get a divot in my cloth and I don't want that. Oh, big time to the right. We cannot have that. That's going to create a missed shot every time. Thought I had it. There you go. Better. All right, I'm going to switch to a new shot. Same shot, but a new shot. The goal is to double kiss the cue ball and to get it to come back in between these balls. The same shot, it's just different feedback. There you go. First try. Let's see how many I can do. Ooh, that was even better. Oh, well, 2 in a row. You do 2 in a row and you're like, oh, I can do this every time, easy, no problem. No, it takes work every time. Just like every shot when you're playing pool. and that's worse than the other ones. That went way to the left. One more. Let's get one more in the right in the money. And then I want to shoot some balls in the pockets. I mean, that's not straight. I must not be putting my cue. I'm going to put the point of this right out above that spot. If I put it there, I should be right in the middle. Okay. Yep. I didn't hit it hard enough to get here, but it hit it straight. All right, next one is, let's do this. I just need the object ball to come back and hit the cue ball. Straight on. I've forgotten about my elbow again. Let's get that back in tune. That is what you want. And of course, it's nice. You're really getting straight if the cue ball comes back up between these balls. Darn. Thought I was going to get two in a row. I can really feel my backstroke starting to come back straighter. Naturally. Okay, a little bit of, I know there's a little bit of droppage there. Still, the tip's wiggling around after I shoot. That's not what you want. Finish the Q-tip on the table. Don't move. And freeze. I've adjusted a few things this morning, but that elbow is the biggest thing, and I need to really, really hammer that home. That's it. You can't do something once and move on. If you've done it once, you need to repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. Only then are you starting to get it. Yeah, see? Just because you do it once doesn't mean you're going to do it again every time. Finish with the tip on the table. Much better. It's still not on the table. It's on the table. You've got to really hammer this. Nope. See, my tip's up in the air. You see that? Tip's up in the air. The elbow's not doing what it needs to do, which is freeze. I'm making such an effort, and the tip still is finishing up in the air. Come on, man. See how much straighter that went? And I still didn't get my tip frozen on there, but it stayed down better. Pretty much down. I'd like to get one through the middle here. No, look at all that. Q-tip did. I've had 1 out of 5 where the Q-tip marginally went down under the cloth. Come on. Better. How many times has the cue ball finished here? Which means I'm hitting it just a tiny hair. We're talking fractions of a millimeter off to the left. And that's what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Straight back up. Better. Still had that tendency for my tip to finish up in the air. If I accomplish one thing today, it's got to be to get my tip to finish on the cloth on every shot. That's going to make a world of difference. Still has a tendency to come up. Okay. I'm making a line in my cloth too. I'm gonna vacuum and get rid of that. So it's time to switch. Time to switch. All right. All right. Let's start shooting the balls. Up here. It'll be helpful for me to go back and watch this video too. Of course, you can fast forward through it to all the shots and get some feedback. Should be obvious what I'm doing, trying to get a shot dead straight from both ends. So I'm straight, straight, straight. Okay. Probably. I'm not doing the Mighty X drill, although I'll do something very similar. But I mean, it doesn't matter as long as you do something with diligence. I need to get some white spots for this. It can be hard to see these, the clear ones. Okay. And then I want some feedback on my feet position too. Just being anal retentive here. Just because. Let's see. Should I do that here? Normally I do it off the spot. Yeah, I don't need it here because I can see the line on my pocket. Okay. I haven't checked the chat. Is anyone watching? There's probably nobody even watching. Well, there's some people. They're probably watching cartoons and this is on the phone to the side. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I want to pocket 15 in a row, but I'm looking for a stick shot. I'm looking for the cue ball to stick. No movement to the side, no side spin, no nothing. 100% energy transfer to the object ball. And how does this different? How does this shot differ from what I've just been doing, shooting straight up and down? Doesn't differ one single little bit. You're doing exactly the same thing. That's really sad. What I was thinking about, I'm going to reinforce this. This is just me. I've done experimentation with this. I know most people will disagree and will do it differently, and that's fine. You do what you want. But I don't want my bridge to ever be longer than 8 inches. And that's considered a very short bridge by most people today. I have my reasons. Still didn't make it. I like my clearance. Okay. That's what we want to see. Now that ball had a lot of right spin on it. That's not what we want to see. That one drew back. And you need to freeze at the end because you're looking at where you're looking at your shaft and seeing how straight it is over that spot when you finish. Which is another reason to finish with the tip on the table. So everything stays right there, stays put. Tips right over the center. Cue ball went to the right, which is common for a right-hander. So I would have missed that shot on my old pockets, my 4 1/4 pockets. And as you saw, the cue ball moved to the side. So that's pretty much the same as the shot before it. Just because the ball went in, that doesn't mean you did it right. See? Okay. I need to be slacking these into the center of the pocket. With ease. Better, and I felt the tendency. Did you see my head move? You don't shoot with your head and your shoulders and your body, just your arm. Much better. So that's an example of when I'm legging straight up and down of the cue ball, of the Q-tip coming to the left. There's no adjusting left. You have to, it has to be natural. You have to just let it go. Don't try and control it. See? That's what it has to be, that trust. You're lined up, just let the cue do the work. Finish with the tip on the table. And that one went a little right, had right spin on it. I didn't go through straight. Much better. It wasn't a perfect stick shot, but much better. So we're getting there. Just realized that something's throwing me off. This guy is just a hair, and I'm talking just a hair to the left. Of the pocket. I haven't gotten a perfect stick shot yet. Close, but it had some spin on it. Or did I just go that way? I don't have it yet. I'm dropping down into alignment so much better than yesterday because of those first straight drills I've been doing. That needs to happen without even thinking about it. That's why you drill it. That was a perfect stick shot. Okay. This is bringing back home to me the importance of that pause when your bridge hand hits the cloth. You don't start your warm-ups right away. You pause and you check. Am I straight? Is my elbow right? Are my feet right? Is my head right? Am I lined up? You don't do any of your warm-ups till you're right, till you know it's right. Yikes. Yeah, I'm yakking. By the way, if you watch my 151 ball run from 2 days ago, I missed the 6-ball break shot. And if you watch me, I adjusted my alignment while I was down on the shot. As soon as you see that, you could have bet $1 million that I was going to miss. Okay, my tip is over the spot, so that's telling me that my arm is not coming back straight. Now my tip is a little bit to the left. This is really weird after I've been shooting the last rack pretty straight. Okay, a little bit of right spin on it though. Another thing I just noticed, all these little things are important because they add up to consistency. You can make the ball doing it wrong a lot of the time, but you're not going to make it every time if you don't do it right every time. What I noticed was I know you watch my straight pull sessions in the last few days. I'm coming down onto the shot too fast. That's what Joshua Filler does that, and he's practiced it, so he gets away with it. But you watch the better players, they don't drop onto the shot real fast. They come into it slowly, like you're aiming a rifle. You watch Joshua Filler get into the shot, he does everything the same. And then when he gets in the shot, he goes like this. But he's practiced at it. Don't rush into the shot. You're taking care. You're not rushing, you're taking care of what you're doing. Look at all the right spin on that ball. Yeesh. Yeesh. That's no good. Okay, that's Q-tip position. So I'm hitting the cue to the right. Much better. No side spin on that cue ball. Better, better, better. Get rid of that side spin, and then you'll start being able to stick it. Stick that cue ball with no movement. That was a pretty good stick, but that cue ball had just a touch of spin on it. That was a hair off center too. Close though. By the way, when you practice this, if you're having a little trouble seeing the aim point on the object ball, don't look at the object ball. Look at the back of the pocket and shoot your Q-tip at the back of the pocket. Close. Slow backstroke. When you're doing that backstroke, you're feeling your cue come back straight as it did on your warm-ups. Straight. And then release right back on the same line. If you're not feeling your warm-up strokes come back straight, then you're not ready to shoot. Wow, that's weird. That was a perfect stick shot, but a lot of right spin on it. I mean, look at that. I can put the object ball right on the spot, and it's frozen to the cue ball. But it had the right spin on it. That was not center pocket. All right, I got to take a little break. I'm going to be right back, and I'll look at the chat. Nobody's saying anything though. Okay. Let me look at the chat real quick. Yes, oh yeah, no, nobody's chatting. Everyone's bored to tears. But the people who aren't bored, I'll say something else. And I've said this many times. I'll say it in another way. People watch this. A lot of players might watch this and go, oh man, it's so boring. I could never that. It's so boring. I got to practice my cut shots. Well, let me tell you something. This is practicing your cut shots. Well, how can that be? It's a straight in shot. Because when you're shooting a cut shot, like I'm cutting this 8, I'm finding my aim point and lining up to it before I get down on the shot. And when I get down on the shot, what am I doing? I'm shooting my cue stick straight at that point. Straight at it. Every cut shot is exactly the same as this. You find your aim point and you trust your alignment and deliver that cue absolutely dead straight as an arrow at that aim point. Every cut shot is exactly the same as what I'm doing right now. What do you do different in your body mechanics, your entire shot process on this shot that you're doing different when you cut a ball? Nothing. Absolutely nothing is different. It's identical. You don't practice your cut shots until you get this step down. Every shot you ever shoot, every bank shot, every cut shot, every rail shot, every single shot you shoot is this shot. Dead straight at the aim point. I'm going to stop preaching now. But for those of you who are listening, I hope you heard me. when you're doing this routine, you're not just, I mean, obviously you want to pocket the ball, but that's just a symptom. That's not an indication that everything's right. You're checking your Q-tip, you're checking your head position, you're staying still at the end of the shot, you're making sure your tip finishes on the table. I'm preaching to myself as much as to reinforce myself as much as I'm talking to the video, to the microphone. Okay, I would have missed that on tighter pockets. That would have been a miss. And that's the point I was just making. It's not about whether the ball goes in. It's about how well you do it. It's about 100 different tiny details. Well, that's 2 missed shots in a row, as far as I'm concerned. And I hit the first 2 balls really well. So let's get back to it. Better. I think the key component, and it's the key component because it's the only moving part, is during your backstroke, during your warm-ups, you're feeling that cue come back straight, perfectly straight. Your arm understands what that is and starts to be unable to do anything else but come back perfectly straight. And then your final stroke is just the same thing. Oh boy, sometimes I get that big right spin on it, and I feel like I'm lining up well. I feel like I'm placing my Q-tip well, is what I'm saying. So let's make sure you do. I'm going to do some closed bridge. Oh man, how did I get a miss? Okay. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, that's probably the best one I did yet. Yeah, okay. See how much better those two were? You've got to fail before to fix what needs to be adjusted. Boy, have I needed this. And I hope you can see, you know, when you're playing straight pool or any game, and you have this shot, and all you have to do is follow the cue ball to the rail. You can't just walk over to the shot and go, oh, this is so easy. You can't do that, because that is going to lead to a missed shot later, because you've departed from your shot routine. You have to do it exactly the same that you do every other. Every shot is exactly the same. My grip is shorter because it's a short shot, and the bridge is going to be a little shorter. But aside from that, you have to shoot it exactly the same to prevent or to maintain consistency throughout your game, whether you're playing 9-ball, 10-ball, whatever. All right, I'm going to try and follow some in. Let me change that. I'm going to follow some in. Let's see how many I can get out of 15. What do you do different when you're trying to follow the cue ball in? Nothing. Not one thing do you do different. There's one. Ooh, I am not happy with myself. Ooh, boy, now I'm really not happy with myself. Overconfidence seeps in, and you can't have that. You've got to realize that every shot is earned every single time. By the way, this is the easy version of this drill. I'm trying to scratch behind it. The hard version of this drill is to cheat the pocket so the cue ball comes to the left, and then shoot it again and cheat the pocket the other way so the cue ball comes to the right. Because you need to do that during games sometimes to play position. That's tough. That is tough to do from this distance. Oh, I thought I hit it. Pretty close to center. I thought I hit it, but didn't quite. Nope. You can tell I haven't done this in a while. My record is 9 out of 15. 9 out of 15 where I was able to follow it in. I've only got one today so far. Okay, I can tell one thing that's happening, and it's easy to happen on this shot because I'm shooting at the top of the cue ball, but you still got to finish with your tip on the table, and I haven't been doing that. Two. I got 2 out of 15. One day I'd like to get 15 in a row. I wonder if Fedor Gorst can make 15 in a row. This is 4.5-inch pockets. I bet he'd do it on a tougher table. I'm trying to get my tip to finish on the table, and it's still finishing high. Yeah. By the way, I think all 3 of them that I've made are on this pocket. You explain that one. I don't have an explanation. Could just be random. There could be something in my perception of the shot. Hey, I got one in that pocket. That's 4. 4. Okay. I should do that. I should do 2 more racks of that, but I will a little later. Right now, I think you can guess what I'm going to do. My record on this is 4 out of 15, which I really, really, really hope to improve. But this is tough, 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 tough. But I've done this 3 in a row. 3 in a row, but only 4 out of 15. What do you do different on this shot in order to draw back and scratch? Absolutely nothing other than aim at the bottom of the cue ball. Kloski. Almost. That might go in on, nope. That one might not have fallen in if I had it coming straight back at the pocket. It didn't have enough distance by like a ½ inch. Oh, that is, I hacked at that one. Darn it all. That is not how you shoot. Come on. I think that rolled off. I think I saw it curve. But guess what? I'm going to take it. That's 1. That's 1. That one wasn't as good of a stroke either. It was kind of punchy. I might have rushed it a little bit. Oh, man. I did the same thing as that one I missed on this side. Whoa. Yeah. I'm exaggerating. It was this, but just a little bit. That's why you gotta practice diligently with the shorter and the softer strokes. You gotta get them perfect, because as soon as you add speed, things go off. You've really got to get it dialed in with the softer and shorter shots first. That's from the guy who made a video on how to not miscue when you're drawing the ball. Oh, that's not bad. It doesn't have enough speed, though. Didn't stroke it really well. Oh, man, have I needed this practice session. Yeah, miscue, you got a spot on the ball from the miscue. Of course. My Q-tip finished to the left. So there's no surprise that the cue ball went to the right on the shot. And that's how I missed the ball here the last time on this shot. Q-tip went left. Like I said, it's not whether you make the ball, it's how well you're executing the stroke. Yikes. So this is, I shouldn't be doing more of these. I need to move the cue ball closer. And like I said, you've got to get it right at softer strokes and shorter strokes before you go to the farther distance. And this is indicative of me, I'm not ready for this shot. It's too far. Oh my goodness. Well, I want to finish the 15 balls, but yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about as soon as I finish these last 4. Because it's deteriorated and I'm lost. Ah, there's one. That's how it's supposed to look. I'm reminded, I watched Danny Medina shoot this, and he could draw it back and scratch with much more consistency. But when Danny Medina would shoot this, when his cue ball scratched, it would do this. I mean, that cue ball would go zip back hard. It wouldn't just barely make it. And the 15th ball, and then I'll explain what I was talking about. So I got 2 out of 15. Did I drop a ball on the floor? Where'd it go? I think I dropped a ball on the floor. I don't see it. I don't have 15. Did I? What happened? Oh, it's over there. Okay. So I'm not ready for that shot. I'm used to shoot it a lot. I'm not ready for it now. And here's what I mean. If you've never done this before, don't go back to your pool hall and start trying to shoot this shot and draw it back. Put the cue ball there, straight in. It's still a challenge. Don't feel like it's not. Put the cue ball there, draw back and scratch. Can you do it? Can you really? Can you really do it? For real? I just failed. No, I got it. Can you really do it? Shoot it 15 times. From here. There, I failed. See? It's not that easy. But you don't get to shoot it from here until you've done it from here 15 times in a row. And when you've done it from here, then you put your cue ball here. And only when you've gotten very good there do you get to put the cue ball back here. That's what I was talking about. You start at the shorter and softer strokes and you work your way up. Because if you put the cue ball here and shoot it for a half an hour and make it once, you're going to be happy about the time you made it, but you've learned absolutely nothing. See? It's not that easy. See? So don't waste your time trying to draw it back from here for an hour and a half if you haven't done it close up. All right, enough of that. If you look at my old videos when I was practicing on this table in Denver a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was really working on my fundamentals. Things were not nearly where they are today. And I challenged myself to simply pocket this shot from the center spot. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Or sometimes I would do 2 left, 2 right, 2 left, 2 right. 100 in a row. And most people are going to flinch and miss 1 out of 20. I mean, everybody can make the shot. That's not the point. The point is, are your fundamentals so rock solid that you can execute exactly the same every single time? That's what this is for. I know you can make the shot. That's irrelevant. Can you make it 100 times in a row? And I was not able to do it on my home table with 4 1/4 pockets. Then I practiced it at the pool hall on a diamond with 4 1/2 inch pockets. And after a little while, I started making them, and I made 100 in a row. And then it took more practice for a couple of weeks until I was able to make 100 in a row on this table when I had 4 1/4 inch pockets. And so, I mean, it sounds really, really boring, but it's not, because you're rehearsing every element of your shot routine so that everything happens exactly the same every time. That's how you're going to get consistent at pool. If you get bored shooting this shot 1,000 times in a day, take up backgammon. It's a real good way to rehearse staying still as well. Don't move till the cue ball stops moving. And I'd like to see every shot go into the center of the pocket. If balls are going in, brushing the rail going in, I mean, it counts, but it's not satisfactory. That's not what you're trying to do. My Q-tip is still up in the air a little bit. I want to get it on that cloth. So that one brushed the rail going in. So when that happens, alarm bells need to go off in your head, loud and clear. Not good enough. Even though I pocketed the ball and got position on the next ball. Not good enough. Ha, ha, ha. My Q-tip finished on the cloth. You see how easy it is to miss? I mean, like I said, I know you can make the shot. Can you make it 100 in a row? That's the point. And doing it well. You see how easy it is for something to falter and you miss. But then you can ask yourself, what component of your routine failed? And then address it. I'm not going to shoot this 100 in a row. I'm not going for 100 in a row right now. But I do want to shoot it for the reasons I mentioned. I'm feeling a slight tendency for me to want to pick my head up to look at the shot. So noticing that, I can pay attention to it now, so it's unconscious when I'm playing. I'll shoot the same thing. I'll shoot another rack, same shot, but in a different way next. Two different ways, actually. So that I understroked. So it's just not getting through the cue ball and finishing on the table. You know why? I think I didn't put my tape up. I think my bridge is getting too long. I need to bring it in. But that's for me. That's something I don't know if everyone needs to do, but I do. You see why shooting a shot like this just 2 or 3 times doesn't tell you anything? My first goal was to run 3 racks, in other words, 45 balls of this. And that was a monumental struggle. For weeks, I tried to run 45 of this. 45 balls in a row. Doesn't sound that hard, does it? Try it. Oh boy, did I need this. All my whining during the sessions when I'm missing shots. This is why. You can still feel that tendency when I release for that little bit of head movement. Gotta get that still, frozen. Better. Okay, same shot. Except now I'm playing position for the other ball above the side pocket. So cue ball needs to hit 2 rails. It needs to hit this rail here above the side pocket. Just get straight in shape on the next ball. This is it's a 9 ball, and this is to win the US Open. Okay? So I got straight in, but I didn't hit the rail. Where did I put these? I'm going to put these balls up here. Uh-huh. See? Wrong rail. No side English allowed. Center ball. There we go. Nope, I still hit the wrong rail from this side. But I'm happy that the object ball is going in cleanly. It's not brushing the rail going in. So we'll get there. Aha. Good cue ball. Bad object ball. And I think you might have seen, I kind of twisted. There's that tendency to want to put some right English on it from this side. It's not allowed. Just go straight through the ball. This is about trusting your aim and Q-tip position. Just trust it. I didn't trust it again. I got a good cue ball, but again, I overcut it a little bit. Talk about trust. This is what I'm talking about. Both balls will go exactly where I want if I simply trust what I'm doing. Let the cue do the work. And a little soft. Darn it all. Boy, oh boy, do I need work on this one. Yeah. My Q-tip position looked like it was pretty straight over the spot. There we go. Oh, thought I had it. Still not enough draw. okay? Yeah, still not quite there. Closer, closer. That's better. I haven't gotten this side once. Let's do it right now. Nope, it's not getting enough. Feels like I'm hitting the cue ball in the right spot, but obviously I'm not. So I got good direction there, but not enough speed. Ugh. I only got 5 left. Come on, let's start hitting some here. Good speed, but not the direction I want. There. Oh. A little bit hard, but I like that. I like that stroke. That was good. I'm all right with that. I haven't gotten one from the left side. I haven't gotten one above the side pocket yet. Very strange. Very strange that it's different on left to right. But I feel like I'm pocketing the balls cleanly, so there's that. Okay, well, I actually need work on this shot. Good, good to know. Come on, I got to get one of them up above the side pocket. It's crazy. Why is that? Why am I not hitting it in the right spot? I'm very confused as why I'm having trouble from the left side. It shouldn't matter. It's coming straight across the table. I'm not. All right, well, this is something I need to work on later myself. See, I felt like I'm drawing it all the way up to here, and comes straight across. I did it like 3 times from the other side. I don't get it. There! I didn't make the ball cleanly, but at least I got it up there. Sheesh! Okay, now the same thing. And you want to shoot one ball and get positioned on the other ball, but this time we want to get positioned straight in the upper corner, so we're following it down. I know you can make it once. Can you make it 15 times, alternating the side every time? Okay. Did not get it there. There we go. Much better. By the way, you know what the advanced version of this shot is? You shoot the ball in the pocket, follow the cue ball forward so it hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rails from here. I'll do that at the end and then I'm going to be done. I got to eat some lunch. Okay, that's terrible. And the cue ball to stop right there. Short side. That is not it. No good. And I made the ball roughly as well. Nope. Position is short. The neat thing about this shot, you're focusing on the position a lot, and you start to make the ball automatically, and you start to make the ball center pocket automatically because you're focusing on position. Almost. It's makeable from there. But we want to get it straight in. Always 2 things. Where's the object ball go? Where's the cue ball go? Every shot. Too close. But I like the stroke. Stroke wasn't bad. A little bit too high on the cue ball. Still too high on the cue ball. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. That's a lot straighter. Now overcut that ball. So if I didn't overcut it, the cue ball would have traveled less far. Nope, that's not it. The speed is good, the direction is a little off. Nope. Like I said, whoops, like I said, the nice thing about this, shots like this is you're playing position, and so you're learning about how to get the cue ball where you want it and adjusting your Q-tip position. You're trying this, you try that, you try this speed, the other thing. And all that time, you start making the ball in the center pocket every time without thinking about it. Except for that time. And once again, I overcut the ball. Had I undercut it, the cue ball would have traveled less far and I'd be dead straight in. That's what I'm shooting for. I haven't got it yet. Oh, please, Bob, come on. That's the cue ball I want. So I've figured out my Q-tip position above center, but it took 10 out of 15 balls to do it. That's how long it's been since I've shot these shots. Oh, come on. Ah. Ah. Yeah, that ball went in cleanly, though, didn't it? That's what we're looking for. Not quite. Not getting it over there. Oh boy. Yeah, my stroke has deteriorated too. I can feel it. I just noticed it. I'm not finishing on the table. Come on, let's get a couple quality strokes in here, please. There. Now I scratched, but that's much closer. That's actually closer than any shot that I've shot so far. Two more tries. Can I do it twice? I haven't done it once yet. Can I do it twice in a row? That cue ball was going to be pretty good. Oh, nuts. There. Almost. That's pretty good. Ball went in nice and cleanly. And there, not bad. All right. No, that's not very good. Okay. Anyway, 5 rails with the cue ball. Can I do it on the first try? Woo! 5 rails. I've never tried this on this table yet. So it's 4.5-inch pockets. I ought to be able to do it. 5 rails with the cue ball. No. Okay. Stay down. Oh. That's, how many tries was that? 2 or 3? I think that was 3. Oh, I'm not getting the cue ball though. The cue ball's got a loop. You got to get a lot of forward spin so it loops and then zings out of the corner. And of course, you got to hit the object ball really accurately because you're hitting it so dang hard. That's the shot. I got 4 rails. I'd like to see. I know Shane can do it. I've never seen him try it. We know we can do those draw shots, but follow shots, I'd love to see him try. I'd love to see him do it because I'm sure he can. Yeah, okay. So I got enough speed that time. Oh, it's hard to hammer it with accuracy at that. But this table's a hair slower than a HR, so we'll see if I can get it. No. Boy, that cue ball really looped forward, but I undercut it. I'm not sure if I'm staying still either. I got to make sure I stay still when I stroke it.
Come on, baby. 4 rails and 5 rails. All right, I'm done. That's a good one. I'm going to practice some more this afternoon, but I have some work to do some work to do as well, and I'll probably do some straight pull tonight because I feel good. I really needed this, and I need to do this more every single day, every day, because this has really helped me. And I'm not there yet, but I'm way better than I have been because I haven't been aligning right. Is anyone talking? Oh, Solar Dale. Hey, how you doing, Dale? You just can't help but keep score. Whee, that's awesome. No, you don't need it necessarily in straight pull. Sometimes you do, but that's not the point. The point is pushing yourself to do something unusual, and then not just once, but more than once. And like I said, as you do it, you're without even realizing you're unconsciously learning how to nail that object ball in the center of the pocket every time. That's the real benefit of the drill. You're rehearsing your shot entry, your alignment, your setup, your stroke, and your aim, and making the ball in the center of the pocket. That's the real benefit that you're getting. And then if you get the cue ball to go to that difficult spot a few times, you feel really good about yourself. But the real benefit is the other stuff, because then you take all that routine is now imprinted and unconscious, and it comes out every shot when you're shooting a rack of straight pull. Anyway, that's my point, and I am hungry. I got to go eat lunch. 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours is a good session at pool. Then take a break, and then another 3 hours. All right, man. I'm going to come on tonight and try and run 50 balls, and I bet we see a difference based on just what I've done today, this morning, and it'll only get better as I keep doing this every day. And not the exact same thing, but I will do some of the same things. But there's a variety of stuff to do, drills wise.